We'll at this time welcome the submission from the Youth Member of Parliament representing Portland Eastern, who serves this House as the leader of opposition business and is the opposition spokesperson on industry, commerce, agriculture, and fisheries. Mr. Montel Hill.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to speak on the issue of agriculture and its potential to drive economic growth through ICT. Yes. Mr. Speaker, our youth find it difficult to identify with agriculture because of how it is packaged. We need to understand that agriculture is more than 2 sweet pepper, 2 flaxy pear, yes, and 2 dozen chicken. It is large-scale production, hydroponics, water treatment, agro-parks, underpinned by research, raking in millions of dollars. Mr. Speaker, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development Studies stated that more than half of Israel's landmass is desert. Nonetheless, Israel is known as the innovative capital of the world because of its innovation in agriculture. Like Israel, we need to inspire the youth to see agriculture as a lucrative income earner. Mr. Speaker, investment is needed in educational, technical, and professional training through partnerships and education and exchange programs with countries with the expertise like Israel, China, Canada. These youth, after gaining the knowledge and skills, could be placed in our universities and colleges where the knowledge could be passed on to the community through internships. The vision of the youth, Mr. Speaker, is to get to the point where a child in Jamaica can say proudly, I want to become a farmer. At that time, we will know that agriculture is a big deal. At that time, Mr. Speaker, we can have agri-expense, so the farmers in East Portland can know the price of its goods and the local and global market. We can have agri-maps where the young unattached youth growing medicinal cannabis can know land and climate suitability. Mr. Speaker, we are about inspiring a vision around transformational agricultural technology. Mr. Speaker, food security is a global concern. The World Bank projects that by 2050, the world will need to produce 60% more food to meet the global demand. We should be ready to meet that market with quality products at high standard. That is why we need to understand and appreciate as a youth that we live in a global constituency. A child in Jamaica should not see his future competitor in business as a student from the school next door, but from Europe, Asia, and the US, who are highly skilled individuals. We have a duty to prepare them to have a global perspective and to compete with the best. Mr. Speaker, Dr. Lawrence Williams, a Jamaican-born scientist, has been celebrated on the international stage for finding an effective treatment for some types of cancer on the Guinean weed. A report from the FSRC posits that Williams's discovery could change the face of medicine as we know it. For this reason, Mr. Speaker, I say, God bless Jamaica land of love. We have been gifted with healing herbs straight from the veins of Mother Nature. We need to do more so that this can be used to benefit the country economically. Mr. Speaker, it is time to sound the alarm. Members, if you want me to complete the presentation, say speak, members speak.
Mr. Speaker, the member's time for speaking having expired, I now move for the suspension of the standing orders to enable him to continue his speech to its completion, notwithstanding the limit on speaking.
The question is that the standing orders be suspended to facilitate this. All in favor? Aye. All against? The ayes have it.
Mr. Speaker, that is why we're about the Partnership for Prosperity. Mr. Speaker, it is time to sound the alarm. Tertiary education is expensive. The youth are crying out for help. We're urging the government to listen to the voice of the youth. Whenever you make the move, I see many discussions around formalizing, legalizing cannabis. We are saying as a youth, whenever you make that move to formalize the cannabis sector and establish your taxes, consider establishing a marijuana tax and use the revenues to alleviate the pressure of expensive tertiary education. Mr. Speaker, we want to see the hope and dreams of our generation revived. Yes. Canada, St. Vincent, and Mexico are on the ganja train, and Jamaica is still at the train station. Mr. Speaker, our renewed position is that agriculture can win big for Jamaica through the insertion of technology, education, capacity building, and global exposure. Mr. Speaker, if God be for us, who can be against us?